What's up, Quad Squad? Back at it with another one. Today is a frustration. It's unacceptable realization that, you know, the government is not doing enough to give us accessible transit. You know, big corporations are not doing enough to give us accessible transit. They're not making it, they're not giving us equality. You know, I've been trying for freaking an hour and a half to get a Lyft or an Uber, even co-op. You know, co-op takes an hour to get a ride here, and then they get here, and then, well, whoop-de-doo, the person's scared of the service dog, so he wouldn't let me in. I'm like, it's illegal. Well, you're not blind. It's like, there's so many different versions of service dogs. If they're legit, they've got their license. You can't say no in Canada, but there's not much more you can do about it. You're not gonna argue and tell the person that, I can complain, but I feel like complaining to the company is not doing enough because they're not doing anything about it. Lyft, honestly, you might have seen my short before where I was like, oh yeah, Lyft's doing good. They'll get you a ride no matter what. I think they have given up on that cause. It's not feasible for them. So now they do not hire a contracted company to get you that ride. They don't do that no more. They only leave it up to whatever person owns an accessible vehicle and will pick up that call. Because I never had this problem before about 6 months ago with Lyft. They always get me a ride at least in half an hour. But now they're doing exactly what Uber does. They just say, well, if we don't have somebody and we don't have somebody that's willing to buy a $60,000 vehicle in order to give you a ride, then yeah, shit happens. Uber, I honestly 90% of the time that I try to get an Uber, I try to get an Uber Wave, which is wheelchair accessible vehicle, they do not fill it. And if they do fill it, the person will pick it up, say 20 minutes away, and then they'll drop it, and then I just go find someone else. And then I'm back on the waiting list looking for a ride. I've been on the app with Lyft and Uber since I started this video. Did you hear that sound? That means Lyft, you're shit out of luck. Sorry, but not sorry, because we could do more to find you rides, but it doesn't help our bottom line, So, this is an event, but it's also, please drop it down in the comments. Let me know if you go through the same, and what can we do about it, Like, I want to do something about it. Lyft, you're not doing enough. Uber, you're not doing enough. Government, you're not doing enough to force these people to give equality, I feel like it was better when, the government did pass a bill that made it so that you couldn't charge someone in a wheelchair more than you could charge somebody that's not in a wheelchair. So that made a huge difference with the ability to be able to go with co-op and get charged by the meter, other than we used to get charged double, triple the amount of what a regular person would get charged. And I felt like there was a difference. And then Uber introduced Wave, and they gave their drivers like a $20 incentive to do wheelchair accessible rides. Maybe they've given up on that now. I feel like Lyft might have done the same thing too. But now that they've done the bottom line and they have made it so that, they got into the market, they said, oh yeah, we offer wheelchair accessible vehicles, and made it so that it felt like there was a huge difference happening. Now they've dropped that. They're like, you know what, actually that doesn't help us. We're losing money on those rides. We don't actually make money. So, we might as well ditch that. And anybody that got, the offer to be able to lease a vehicle and be able to get one of those wheelchair accessible vehicles to be able to do accessible Uber, those people got it, and they might be getting to the end of their lease or their financing plan, but they're not offering that again. And people are not going for that again because it's not financially, it's not financially beneficial for them, And it's like, it's crazy because we're like one of the sides of the world that, we really can't afford more than what a Uber or a Lyft is at the moment. And drivers can't afford to buy a $60,000 vehicle and do Uber or Lyft with that vehicle without incentives, without help from the government, without help. It's like a multi-tier problem, and it feels like nobody wants to do nothing about it. I want to go to SneakerCon today, but I can't get a ride. Uber, on Wheel-Trans, I'm on the waiting list. Uber won't get me something. Co-op won't get me something. Well, actually, Co-op got me something, but it's rear wheel entrance, and then the driver wouldn't let my service dog in, and then Lyft can't get me a ride. I've tried over an hour and a half with each Uber and Lyft, and now I'm rambling on because I'm frustrated. I want you to see the not so hunky-dory. I know my videos are always like, showing you cool things, showing you things that, can make a difference in your life, but I want you to know I struggled in just those same ways as you guys, and we need to come together and do something about this problem, or the government needs to see this video. Something has to happen, because it's not fair. It's not fair. I want to go buy shoes. I want to go sell shoes. I want to go sell my sneaker slippers on the back of me and get some advertisement. But I can't get there. I could try to go take transit, but I don't want to lose my shoes on the subway. I don't want to get robbed. Anyways, that's me. I'm back at it with another one. This one's a frustrating one, But I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. If you did tune in, and, hope to see you on the next one. Drop some comments. If we can come up with a plan on how to make a difference, I greatly appreciate your input. Where to go, what part of the legislation, whatever politics, this, that, in the government, I don't know. I don't know what to do, I greatly appreciate your help. Anyways, I'm always going to keep coming back. If you want to hit my website, get some sneaker slippers or other, adaptive equipment at affordable cost, then quadsquad.com is your place. The 25%, discount still going on for hitting 1,500 subscribers. That discount still going on for a couple more days if you guys want to do it. Anyways, peace. Maybe hit up one of these videos, one of the top right corners, and yeah, see you guys on the next one.